Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Budget Logistics, your logistics and supply chain explainer. I know it's been a while since I've done kind of a long form content. I got down the short hole for a while, but we're getting back to it. Long form content is my first love. So, but today I've got a good one for you. You're probably wondering why I have this kind of scary dude over here. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to say thank you so much for everyone who joined the live stream. For 1,000 subscribers. It's been kind of crazy, wild growth over the last 7 months now. So thank you all for your support. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below. Please like it if you do, so you will let me know that I should keep making these kind of silly videos. Also, if you want to support the channel, I have merchandise for sale. I made a t-shirt with the logo for the channel, and you'll see it down in the pinned comments below. But all that being said, let's talk about today's video, which you can see is called Just in Time. This is one of the main reasons why the shutdowns really affected the global supply chain, and why inflation kind of got really wild for a while, and why there were so many instances of supply chain shortages. So let's first talk about what just-in-time is. Now, just-in-time, you may also hear it referred to as lean. What it is a manufacturing and purchasing principle which dictates that you are only going to buy enough material or enough items to be produced and consumed within a specific time frame. Now, why would that matter? We'll get to that, but let's talk about our friend here. Now, this guy, let's assume that he's a larger dragon, okay, and he's going to eat this really nice looking fruit salad over here. Yummy, yummy. But here's the deal. He can only eat one of these things at a time. So why would he, what the natural impulse might be is for him to eat the whole thing and then to chew on it for a long time, and then swallow it. But he must realize that if he eats one of these things at a time and he chews it, he can actually eat the entire thing faster than if he ate it all at once. That is effectively the principle of just-in-time manufacturing, in that you're going to only take a bite out of what you can actually consume within a very specific time frame. And it will make your processes, it will make your manufacturing and your purchasing a lot easier, and really has the kind of specific benefit for a large company of having small amounts of inventory on your books at any given time. Now, we should take a second to go back and really understand why having a little bit of inventory on your books is a good thing. So in the world of accounting, in the world of large companies, in the world of any company, inventory is considered a liability, right? So you have paid money for something, and with the expectation of it making you money and being profitable, but it's going to sit on your books as a cost, right? As an expense, as something that you spent money on and you haven't received money back for it. So in theory, you want to limit that as much as possible. If you have a small amount of inventory in your books, a small balance on your books, then you look better than if you had a larger amount of inventory. That would make you look potentially worse, because again, that inventory is a liability, right? You have to sell it to make that money. So you ideally, there's other inventory things that are associated with it, specifically like holding costs, because space is money in warehousing terms. You have to hold on to stuff. That's going to cost you money. So ideally, you want to produce and consume things quickly, and lean and just-in-time manufacturing is a way to do that. Now, what that requires is a stable global supply chain, or a stable supply chain from wherever you are, right? And that doesn't necessarily have to be global, but it has to be stable. This is the most important thing in just-in-time manufacturing, is that your supply chain has to be predictable so that you can take the right bites at the right cadence or at the right time, right? So you may say, okay, every week I'm going to eat one of these pieces of fruit in this fruit salad. So I'm only going to order one piece of fruit every week. Now, where that becomes a problem is if there is any instability, right? Let's say your supply chain is nice. It's my cat's chewing in the background. Bad cat. So let's say, so this all depends on predictability in your supply chain. What could happen, or what cats are really throwing me off. Are you done eating, cat? Trying to film the video. Bad. So, your supply chain relies, or your just-in-time manufacturing relies on a stable and dependable supply chain, right? In that, as you order certain things, you can expect them to deliver within a specific or within a certain time frame, right? Let's say it takes you a month to produce and ship something before it's consumed. So you're only going to produce a month's worth of inventory at a time. You're only going to order that, at a very set cadence, so that things drop and they're produced and consumed very smoothly. Now, where this led into a lot of the global supply chain shortages and stoppages is that there were a lot of bottlenecks. There were a lot of things that happened that disrupted that nice, steady, and smooth conveyor belt in the global supply chain, and really caused a lot of problems. As producers now had to switch and buyers had to change how they were ordering things to both catch up and then take advantage and try and mitigate some of the shortages and some of the bottlenecks that existed within that supply chain kind of globally. So like things that happened that had never happened before that really caused problems was like the world shut down and people stopped shipping things at all. So there was this huge question of, well, do we even have stuff? So just-in-time manufacturing it's a really strong concept. It's a really interesting business principle. It's a lot of it has created a lot of wealth and prosperity in the world, but it relies on dependability, and most people don't see the world kind of being as dependable now because of a lot of things that are going on. We won't talk about geopolitics, but that certainly plays into it. So we're seeing a lot of things that have the potential to really disrupt the supply chain, and just-in-time, unfortunately, might be a way of the past. But we'll see. And there's we're doing another video in a little bit about nearshoring and friendshoring that has the potential to allow just-in-time manufacturing to be a thing. But my guess is that a lot of supply chain buyers and professionals will start to move away from the more lean concepts in just-in-time, and they will start buying for resilience. So they're allowing them to kind of maybe have worse looking books and paper, but being a better and more resilient business. And those resiliency and just-in-time really are somewhat in conflict with one another, but you need to find a balance between the two, because having a bunch of stuff just sitting around is not really the best of ideas. Short one today, as I kind of get back into the focus of doing more long form content. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and being a part of the channel. We will definitely do another live stream. It was a lot of fun. Maybe this time we'll talk about supply chain bingo. We'll do a whole bingo card. I still need to produce the 2024 bingo card. But all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.